Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. The last time that I filmed any type of long form content here on YouTube was August of 2024, so bear with me. It's been a while, which kind of makes me sad, but basically in this video I want to talk about two different points. The first one is going to be that now I'm a brand ambassador for the brand Meaux Co. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have been supporting this brand since 2021. I was introduced to this brand, so I basically want to talk about the history of how I got started with this brand, show you guys the products, just talk about everything because I'm literally in love with this brand. I've made over 20 posts. I made like 3 long form videos here on YouTube about it and then like 20 TikToks about it before this ever even happened. So this is literally a dream come true, and this is like the best brand deal slash brand ambassador partnership I could ever get. So it kind of makes sense that like in 2025 I'm going to be teaming up with them. So I'm really excited about that, but I also wanted to address the elephant in the room of where I've been and kind of what's going on. I know the last time you guys saw me I was having like a chaotic life situation, which was with my June vlog that didn't get uploaded until August. Long story short, you guys saw what happened with Tito, you guys saw what happened with the car accident, you guys saw what happened with my back pain and everything. And then after that, I literally just, I don't know what it was. Literally filmed an August vlog that I never uploaded because I don't know, I was just in my head and I just felt like everything wasn't where it needed to be. But basically, I think I have undiagnosed PCOS. Now, the reason I say undiagnosed and the reason that I say that I have it is because my lab results showed high testosterone. It's pretty much a long story and I explained it in that vlog that I never uploaded and will probably never share to the internet because it's so old now. But I addressed it was a long story. It was a bunch of weird stuff with my OBGYN, which I don't think I'm gonna go back to her. So I'm gonna try to look around. But basically, I had gotten my lab results. I told her that I had PCOS about 2 years ago. She said, "You have irregular periods?" I said, "No." She said, "Then you don't have it." I'm like, okay. So then this year I'm like, hey, I know you said that since I don't have irregular periods that I don't have it, but I have all these symptoms. I have excess facial hair growth. I have extremely long menstrual cycle, extremely painful menstrual cycle, extremely heavy menstrual cycle. I have facial hair growth that grows almost every day now. I have fatigue. I have all this hormonal cystic acne that is like all in the chin area. It's literally terrible, you know, and the list goes on and on. But basically she was like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and get you some lab results, because at the end of the day, this would have never been brought to my attention if I didn't push her for the second time to figure this out. So they got the lab results and the girl on the phone was like, yeah, because of your PCOS. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I have PCOS because this is the first time I'm hearing about it. And she was like, yeah. I think she realized she messed up and that she probably wasn't supposed to tell me that, but she did. And then when I went back to the doctor, she literally like wasted my time. It was like 5 minutes of the exact same conversation. And she said, okay, well, we'll want to get a vaginal ultrasound to confirm. I'm like, so I have it? She's like, well, we can't say that you have it until we do the vaginal ultrasound, and then we'll do another follow-up. No thank you. I literally don't want you to keep doing these follow-ups and charging me and wasting my time. So essentially the ultrasound is not on my insurance. So basically it's probably gonna be like $3,000 that I just don't have to do that right now for something that I'm 99% sure that I have. Technically from a medical standpoint, I'm not diagnosed as PCOS, but my lab results and my intuition, I'm pretty sure I have PCOS. So that's one thing. I don't know if it's that or if it's in my brain or if it's because all the trauma that I had with Tito, the car, and my back problems, but I have no energy, completely exhausted. I have gained so much weight, and at first it was fun. You guys saw all my weight gain content. Now it's like excessive. Now I see it in my face. I have a double chin. None of my clothes are fitting for like the 5th, 4th time. I'm having to get a whole new wardrobe. It's a lot and I'm not really happy. And I want to get engaged and I want to get married and I want to start having kids. So I really need to work on my body, not only for my, you know, my engagement, because if you guys didn't know, oh yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't know. So then later in October of 2024, was it 2024 or 2023? I don't know, but at some point in October, I had to go to the ER and get my ring cut off because it actually is too small. So that's another reason that I really want to focus on my weight, because I need to know what my actual ring size is. Now, if this is my actual ring size, cool, but say and you can always go, like you can, if you get it too big, that's okay, but you can never go up. Basically, to get all this going, you know, and then I just now, none of my shoes fit. So it's actually become a lot worse than when it was fun. It's actually like impeding on my life, and I have ring anxiety because I had to get a whole ring cut off of me and it was stuck on me, and I don't know my ring sizes, and I don't want my man to spend a bunch of money when we don't even know what size it is, and maybe I can't even wear it because of it. It's a lot. Everything is like a snowball of a snowball. Anyways, weight gain has not been fun. I literally hate how I look in general. I don't like to put myself on camera because of my double chin, but mainly also because of my acne. It's just been a real struggle. But to say that, I want to get my body together so I can figure out my ring size, get proposed to, be married, have beautiful wedding photos that I can look back on. Now, if I'm a mom and I'm overweight and all that, I'm a mom. That's okay. I looked beautiful at one time. I did it one time. I need to do this for me for at least one time in my life before that happens. As you can see, I'm collecting shoes, so I'm ready. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just hard to film and to talk about and to actually admit. And I know that sounds so stupid, but I also want a good pre-pregnancy body, so then also the pregnancy goes well during the pregnancy and then after. So I really need to get on it. And with no energy and feeling like I have no time, it feels almost impossible. And it feels almost impossible to make content and film content, but I'm pushing myself. Hopefully we'll get there. So I don't know if this is a placebo effect, like it's all in my head, or if it's actually PCOS, or if it's just the trauma and my body is resting. But baby, it's been like 8-9 months now. Like, let's get it going. I'm pushing 30 this year. Like, it's just a lot of stuff where I feel like I'm literally going through a midlife crisis. I hate that for me, but it is what it is. And I hate that it looks like, because me and my man have been together for 10 years, so I hate that it looks like, oh, he doesn't propose to her. No, it's literally me. First of all, I didn't believe in marriage, and then we came here and I started to believe in marriage, and then as soon as I was ready to embark on that journey, all this stuff happened with my appearance. And I am a very vain person when it comes to appearance. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. And it's embarrassing because I know that he wants to propose to me, and I'm like, please wait until I'm beautiful. And he's like, you are beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not. So it sucks, but we're pushing past that. That's where I've been. That's what's been going on. I also started doing like the TikTok shop samples, so I decided to kind of put my energy into short form content. I also made like 3 to 4 other accounts, which is like, girl, if you don't have time, like, why are you doing that? But my method is when I post something to my regular page, I can then recycle the same content and put it onto the niche pages. So it's kind of like just being smarter and not working harder, even though you're still working harder because you have to like do that and then post it to multiple social media platforms. But I kind of decided for the past few months, since I stopped filming for YouTube in August, to kind of focus on short form and see how that went. I am like stuttering all my words, sorry. But basically I did all that. I got TikTok samples, and then I used that also for my UGC, which is like a whole separate entity that I'm trying to tap into. If you know what UGC is, it's user generated content. If you know, you know. If not, look it up. I'm not going to explain that. That is literally a separate thing that is not going to be on here. I will share like my short form stuff and little tidbits probably on this page, but I'm not gonna like explain in depth just yet about it until I actually become successful in it. It's a whole thing. I also want to try a bunch of different things, so that's basically where I've been and what's been going on. So I want to slowly but surely get back into YouTube and short form content, but again, it's when you work a full-time job, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. If I didn't work a full-time job, I feel like I'd get on to my workout, my diet, my content, everything would like go perfectly, but you know, we have bills to pay. So yeah, that's pretty much the not so happy update, but it's gonna flip around and I'm gonna change my situation, hopefully. So yeah, now I am a Meaux Co brand ambassador, and you guys have known, if you guys have seen my page, you guys can literally look on my YouTube, my TikTok, and I think I deleted a lot of stuff off Instagram, but I had a bunch of stuff on Instagram as well. But basically, since they sent me my first PR package in 2021, I was just like in love with the brand and in love with the products. Basically, how I found out about Meaux Co is when I moved here in 2020. I think I waited until March of 2021 to go get a facial. So it had been 8 months since I saw my Indiana esthetician, Kel, also known as My Skinsta on Instagram. And I reached out to her and I said, hey, do you know, I thought it was a long shot, but I was like, I know she probably knows or follows people in the esthetician world. And I was like, hey, do you know anybody that's like a Las Vegas esthetician that you could like refer me to, or that you know of, or anything, like just a start, you know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, actually, let me send you Meaux Co's information. I think she did a course with her before, so that's how she knew of her. So I messaged her and I'm like, hi, I'm looking for a long-term esthetician. I heard you're here in Vegas. Kel recommended me. I would love to schedule an appointment. She was like, oh, I'm actually moving here soon, so if you're looking for long-term, let me introduce you to my girl Jill at For The Glow and get you set up with her. She's been in the game for like 15 years or a long time. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I messaged her and it was just up from there. And I have only seen Jill at For The Glow, who is my current and only Las Vegas esthetician, ever since that day. Basically, it was like a referral of a referral. And then the crazy part was Jill was also using Meaux Co's products, and I started to do my chemical peel journey, and I was like, oh my gosh, cool, I'll just like post about Meaux Co, tag both of you guys, whatnot. Meaux Co reached out to Jill and said, hey, I want to send her a box of some goodies, like what is her regimen, can I send this, blah 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 blah. So she sent me a whole box of amazing skincare, and this was like my first PR box, and I was so excited. I used all the products, and that's how I made multiple posts, because I was constantly like integrating it into my content, making separate videos of it and such. Fast forward, we're going and using the correct chemical peel, the heel peel. We also did a pumpkin peel, and then we're also using like the cleansers and stuff in-house, getting my facials. And this is just over time, like the past like 3-4 years or whatever, since 2021 when I was seeing her. And then most recently they decided to have brand ambassadors, and I was chosen to be a brand ambassador. I was posting a lot of the old content on my UGC page, and I think they kind of like noticed that. And so yeah, now I'm a brand ambassador, and I'm so excited, because you guys know, like, I even purchased like a lot of at-home care within the past year or so to use at home in conjunction with the facials that I'm getting from Jill, and still get to this day. Sorry, camera battery died. But I am not as consistent with the facials as I would like to be or need to be right now. I didn't go for like a year and a half because of the Tito situation, and more recently I just started going back and going every 2 months. I would ideally like to go every month, and then eventually every 2 weeks. Again, I'm just gonna manifest and change my situation and be delusional, and eventually I'll get there. After I started going back to her from the Tito situation, I also then was like, okay, I need to start also being able to do some at-home care to also help with getting the facials, because if you're not doing that together, it's just not gonna work. I know everybody has a different financial situation, and it's better to get a facial than to not, but you need to have it in conjunction with at-home care. And that was a big goal of mine this year that I really wanted to tackle, and this partnership could not come at a better time. Again, with Meaux Co, the brand, they are a family-owned business. They are vegan, plant-based, they are cruelty-free. They started in 2018, and it's truly an amazing brand. Also, you guys literally went so hard for Kim K's skin brand because it was aesthetic, and it wasn't even that great. Hello, are you seeing the aesthetics on this? She's been having aesthetics, she's been looking good. She has changed her packaging, you know, a few different times, but it's always very aesthetically pleasing. So why would you not get esthetician approved skincare over Kim K? And the prices are better. Like, literally get online. I'm gonna make a few videos where we're gonna have $30 and under, $40 and under, and then even $20 and under. There's a few products on there that are affordable, okay? We just worked in conjunction with them for over the past few years. I've made content for them for so long, just out of organic love for the brand. And now I get to actually partner with them and make posts for them, which is amazing, especially with my UGC page. Now I can put it in conjunction with that as well. I'm super excited. I want to show you guys all about this. Right now I do have makeup on. Again, I told you about the hormonal acne. I'm so blessed that all my providers have never said anything to me to where my acne was a problem. But me personally, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I feel like if I have acne, how am I going to represent a brand when I have acne? But on the flip side, that's also a great opportunity to say, hey, look what's working. But then again, I am a picker. I have this hormonal acne. I don't know. I'm just going to be vulnerable and show you guys. And you know, hey, there's going to be bad days and there's gonna be good days, and it is what it is. But I'm so blessed that all of them are super understanding and cool about everything, and they get it, you know what I mean? Acne is not something that's gonna be fully healed. As I know from going on Accutane 2 different times in life, it's not the most fun thing to then have acne come back a few years later. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not taking any medications. My diet's probably not the best, but the diet I do want to work on. I don't want to do medication again. That's just not something I'm interested in. And the reason I was on Accutane is because none of the medications worked. They even said, you know, hey, you don't really need Accutane, but none of these meds are working. So if you want to do Accutane, you can. And I did it when I was like 17 years old. And then fast forward, when I was 20 years old, I got more acne as well and redid the cycle again. You know, birth control was a huge factor in my life as I was on that, you know, during Accutane and before then. I'm not on birth control anymore. You know, that is something to take into consideration. Doing the holistic route is definitely a lot different than most people, but I'm trying to just push through it because my body matters and I want to put good, clean ingredients on it and inside of it. And then in turn, that does need to go with my diet. But for now, we're going to try the at-home skincare and keep going to get our facials, and we're just going to push through everything and just try the best for our lives. So I'm super excited for this journey to work with Meaux Co, make all this content, and show you guys also, again, I'm going through another acne journey. You know, you guys saw me do it with Kel, you guys saw me do it with Jill, and now I'm going to do it again with Jill and in conjunction with Meaux Co, and we're gonna try to get our acne journey under control yet again since the Tito situation. I'm excited to see where it goes from here, and honestly, it could only get better. You know what I mean? I just need to put the time and the effort into getting my facials and also doing my at-home care as well. Long story short, hopefully that explained everything. I'm pretty nervous about getting back on camera again just because of my appearance, but hey, it is what it is. We all go through things, and I'm just gonna pray to God about it. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the bathroom, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how these products work and how much I love them, and then we're gonna start to show our bare skin and the journey that we're starting from today with these products. You guys can shop all these products at MoCoPro.com. Make sure you use code Erin20 for 20% off. This is not just for estheticians. Obviously, estheticians, hey, get these products for your clients, get these products for in-house to be able to use for your clients. Clients, consumers, skincare junkies, guess what you can do? You can also purchase these products for your at-home care as well, as long as they're not products that require esthetician license, such as chemical peels, things of that nature. You're good to go. I'll check back in with you in the bathroom when we get unready with me and I take off my makeup and we finally get to our skincare routine. We're back. It's a lot later at night, but now we're gonna do the face reveal. As you can tell, I have makeup on, which really has been saving my life lately. And please ignore the color palette. It's literally pajamas and all different kinds of these like silk things that I'm wearing. My boyfriend got me a lot of them because it really helps with like self-care, or like when you're doing makeup but you don't want to put on real clothes but you need to put on clothes, like that kind of a thing. We're gonna put our hair up. I'm just gonna use this headband that Jill gave me. Okay, so first things first, we need to take off our makeup. So I'm personally gonna use the CeraVe Makeup Removing Balm. And unfortunately, as I wore my makeup today, I found a crater that started right here. I have a new one right here I can feel, and one right there, and then a couple up here. So I'm trying this new thing where I don't pick them and I just put pimple patches on. I don't know if I'll be able to do that at night because I toss and turn a lot, but we'll see. So we're gonna go in with this, and then once we do the 2 steps of that, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the La Roche-Posay cleanser, just because that's the cleanser that I have right now. I'm about to get my Meaux Co cleanser here soon. It's just a temporary cleanser because I'm trying to do that no-buy thing where you like go through what you have first. Okay, be right back. And I did put the foundation like on my chest where I'm getting chest acne. Forgot to mention that in the video too. I've been getting chest, shoulder, and back acne too, so it's been a whole fun journey to say. I just go in with my dry face first to really melt everything off. And I think I'm gonna get in the shower after this. I'm not sure. But it's hard to film in the shower, so. And so I'm just really working this in. Okay, now I'm gonna do my eyes. And I won't be able to see because it does sting if it gets in there. So, BRB. Okay, face reveal. I had to clip my hair back. It was literally falling. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and with the cleanser first. And honestly, I might get in the shower just so I can really get it off of my chest and everywhere. I really have to get my eyebrows because I always get breakouts there. And all in my hairline, even if I just did my hair. I don't wash it every day, so it might ruin it for the next day, but oh well, acne. Getting rid of it was way more important to me than how my hair looks. Okay. Okay, I barely got the neck off, but I always go in with a paper towel. Now I don't get the fancy face ones anymore. I just use a regular paper towel. But yeah, see this crater? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go get in the shower to get the rest of this off, and then we'll do our final facial. Okay, sorry, I had to take a shower because I always put like foundation in my ears, or even like powder, bronzer, all that, and then I also put it on my chest. Here's how we're looking. This is an old one that's a scab. This is this week, this week, this week, that new one, this, that, this terrible one, these. Oh, also with PCOS, I've been having facial hair growth, so just keep in mind if you see that, Keep it cute, keep it mute. Don't be talking to me about that. So we're going to be using 3 Meaux Co products. So after these 2 steps, we'll go in with the Everything Oil and the Laso. But first, we're gonna go with the Perp Oxygen Mask. I love this stuff. This is pretty similar to the OGX, which was the green mask that I had before. Now there's a matcha mask. I don't know if it's bubbling, but this is a bubbling mask. It's an oxygen bubble mask for all skin types. It says mix a few drops. So we're gonna use our handy dandy little mixer. So it says mix a few drops of your chosen liquid water, gel, or cream, which is cool because you don't have to just use water. I am. With 1 teaspoon of perp powder to achieve a clay-like consistency. Apply to skin with a fan brush. Well, not a fan brush, but similar. And leave for 7 to 10 minutes and then rinse off. I quite literally eyeball everything. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. You'll see if you looked at my short form content, it turns this like bright purple. Probably not as clay-like as it needs to be. And this stuff is so cool because it's literally like bubbles. And then you can actually feel the tingling sensation. Yeah, one of the things about the breakouts lately, I've been getting them right by my ears and on my neck, below my chin, everything. I really need to get like a back body facial. That would be great. Just because I have been getting some. I have one right here and above the lip. I personally always like to get in and on my eyebrows. Well, I'm definitely gonna need more. Yeah, you can definitely feel it working. I promise you, every time I use these products, like the next day, I'm like, oh, yep, I see the results. So it's definitely worth it. I mean, literally, estheticians buy these products. So if you were to go get a facial, an esthetician would probably buy these products. It's just one of those brands that the esthetician would purchase and use on your skin during your facial. And then after your facial, you'd be like, wow, my skin looks so good. They did such a good job. Just let the products do the work. But yeah, and now I get to have it at home. And that's the best part. I love having esthetician skincare at home in addition to getting my facials. It's seriously the best because, you know, we can't go to our estheticians every 2 weeks like we would like. Eventually, I promise you I'm gonna get there. Okay, so see, I have a little bit extra. But yeah, so the at-home care is definitely mandatory and extremely helpful. I'm so excited. And then I am gonna use this in addition to my high frequency. I need to start getting back on that because I feel like that is what really helped my skin. Be careful when this is getting flicked around. You do not want to get this in your eyes. And then I'm literally gonna scrape this completely out as much as I can. This stuff is good, I'm telling you. Now this is one of the pricier items, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, I remember my results from the OGX one. Amazing. I'm gonna let this sit for 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Been 10 minutes. As you can see, it's hardened up. I'm gonna take these little sponges off Amazon and you just add water. I used to get them from the Dollar Tree, but I could never find them and you literally get so much more for your money for like $6. So I'll have these linked down below. See? Comes with a sponge. I'm gonna wipe this off, so BRB. Again, taking a paper towel. My nose always gets super itchy when I'm doing skincare. Another way to step up your skincare game is to get you some nitrate gloves. I put them in a bag so that way they would fit better in my storage than box. I honestly should have took the mask off with these, but since I used the sponge, fine. So we're gonna go with the Laso. Now, Laso to me is very similar to the Is Clinical Active Serum. If you've never used it or had a chemical peel, it's gonna feel a little different. It's a little tingly, okay? Because it's getting everything together. It's kind of similar if you use like salicylic acid, things like that. Laso is a liquid exfoliant for all skin types. It says to apply this to clean skin with a cotton round twice a week, specifically at night. Leave it on overnight and cleanse it off in the morning. And it just is kind of like this jelly. I don't know if you guys can tell. When I used this before, it was not as thick. It was actually more liquidy. So yeah, this is actually like more like a gel. I'm gonna take a cotton round and I just put a little bit that was on the top as well on there. Oh. When you have acne, everything is painful. And not like painful I can't tolerate. Everything just kind of feels uncomfortable. Oh, it's actually not as stinging as it used to be. Actually a lot more bearable now. But this is truly what healed my acne in conjunction with chemical peels. Be very careful. You do want to keep it away from your eye area. I am getting it on my eyebrows though, because personally I get a lot of breakouts on my eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more. I want crazy results. Oh, I like that it's like a gel. It kind of reminds me of that clear gel, which is in my cart. I need to get. Now I didn't use a cotton round last time, so I guess I might not need gloves, but every time I do like a little at-home facial with gloves, it just, I feel like my skin benefits, especially I always use my great products and all that stuff, and I feel like it really helps if you're having like acne and strong bacteria like issues. They say people with bad acne have the best skincare routines, and I couldn't agree more. We're gonna go in with the Everything oil. This is a multi-use facial oil. I've used this before, I loved it. Apply to clean skin either before or after moisturizer for a stunning facial glow, or as directed by your esthetician. I'm just gonna do beforehand and then we'll go with our moisturizer. I love me a nice little oil. And the lasso kind of is sucking out. In a way, it's a little teeny drying. Not like you're gonna like notice if you're gonna put something that is moisturizing on top, but that's what I was trying to get at, is like this feels so good after doing the lasso, because that just puts all the moisture back in. I didn't really focus a lot of the stuff on my neck. I'm gonna get that out of my eyebrows, and then I'm just gonna take it and add it all over my neck and my chest area, because if you have extra, why not? We're gonna go in with our moisturizer. Now, I need to get some moisturizer from Meaux Co. They have the Hydro. I think they have a couple other ones. Also, I recommend getting a skincare fridge because it keeps everything cold and it just feels really good. I need to get some moisturizer from Meaux Co. I know I had the Hydro before, and I think that was the only one. Now I think there's like 2 other ones, but I'm also not sure. But Hydro was my favorite. I see there's a little bit of redness on my skin because that lasso is kicking in. Right now, I'm unfortunately using CeraVe because that's what I can afford. Again, one of my goals is to get more at-home professional products, so I will be stepping it up and getting moisturizer and cleanser from Meaux Co. and a few other products. I'm gonna post a what's in my cart video, and that'll kind of like show what I'm planning on getting. There's a couple other things I want to get, but I can't really remember. There's so many. Like literally, if I added up my cart of everything that I would like to get plus try, baby, it'd be a wild ride. Now, there are not really preservatives in Meaux Co products, so just keep that in mind. The shelf life is not going to be the same as the products you're getting elsewhere. That's why I'm not going to buy like 3 cleansers at once. I'm just going to buy one. When I run out, get a new one or try a new one. But personally, I've had the Barrier, the Premier, and there's one other one. I'll put it on here. I can't think of the name, but I've had all 3 and I love all 3. I'm telling you, I've been working with this brand since 2021 before actually partnering up with them. So it's a dream come true. Okay, now I'm gonna add it just to my chest. 1, to help the chest acne, and 2, just to add some moisture back there. Okay, and that's it, all complete. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be posting a lot more Meaux Co content. If I'm not here on the long form of YouTube, catch me in the shorts here on YouTube, catch me on Instagram Reels, TikTok for however long it's staying for, catch me on Lemonade, Pinterest, I'm trying to think, Facebook. I mean, I'm on pretty much every site double posting because recycle your content, duh. But yeah, again, I just really been into the short form content, but I want to get back into YouTube really bad, so I'm gonna try my best. Make sure you guys subscribe, keep an eye out. Again, make sure you guys go to MeauCoPro.com, use code Erin20 for 20% off your order. If you're an esthetician, if you're an at-home care client or skincare junkie, if you are an esthetician and you have more questions, just reach out to me or reach out to Meaux Co and they'll be able to happily answer everything for you. Also, if you just want to do skincare for yourself, feel free to DM me. I love responding to people in my comments. Leave a comment down below, message me on one of my platforms. I like to talk to people that are my supporters and or people that just have questions on my videos, because I have questions on everyone's videos. So, and thank you guys so much for letting me open up about everything that's going on and being vulnerable and showing you guys my skincare with how bad everything is hormonally and all that, and I just really appreciate it. So until the next video, I'll catch you guys then. Bye.